most Americans, I grew up believing that I was freer than most people in other countries, especially communist countries, right? Like where I'm at today, in Vietnam. Imagine my surprise when I moved overseas in 2018 and discovered that what I was being raised to believe was pure propaganda. Don't ask me how it got started, but if you want me to guess, I will say that we, the citizens ourselves, started it. As we like to claim we're the best at everything, right? It's built right in there with our non-apologetic national pride. In the Philippines, I discovered the citizens experienced more freedom, and when I first visited Vietnam earlier this year, I not only discovered that the Vietnamese were freer than Americans, but I fell in love with this country and have been visiting here quite often ever since. So, what exactly is freedom? Do you know? I thought I did, but honestly, I didn't really see it until I came right here at this intersection. The moment I saw this intersection, it finally clicked. I finally got it. I knew what real freedom was. Can you see it? No? Look closer. This busy intersection in Saigon, as you can see, is running like clockwork. Do you see any stoplights? Look closely. How about stop signs? No? What about cops? No? Nowhere? What about someone directing traffic? Crossing guards? No? Well, as Gomer Pyle would say, by golly gee whiz, them folks there ain't a stopping at all. They're just winding themselves through traffic like a flock of birds, minding their own business and not giving a darn about anyone or anything. Indeed, there are no stoplights, no stop signs, and no pedestrian crosswalk signals. Yet, as you can see, these cars, motorbikes, and pedestrians are moving freely. That's right, with total freedom. And they're doing quite a beautiful job at it, as if previously choreographed, just to trick you into believing this is all real. But it is no trick, my friends. This is freedom, the unadulterated reality of what freedom is. That's right, you are looking at freedom as citizens doing just fine without any government added nonsense. You are looking at humans flying around town just like the birds fly around in the sky. No one is directing anyone. Everybody's just minding their own business and intuitively knowing that it ain't going to go very well if they run into each other. They don't need anyone to tell them that or orchestrate obstacles to mess them up. They're doing perfectly fine on their own. Living overseas since 2018, I have constantly encountered similar situations where people here are living with far more freedoms than people back home. My expat friends and I are quite often saying to each other that we feel like we've escaped the matrix. That's because we're always seeing ways in which everyday life here is simpler, freer, and better than in the countries we came from. I am no longer conditioned or brainwashed to believe America is freer than a lot of other nations. I know better now. Don't get me wrong. I realize that most Americans promote democracy and freedoms, and that is totally awesome. But that isn't the problem. The problem is that while Americans preach freedom within the framework of a democracy, freedoms have nonetheless been systematically stripped away from citizens by the implementation of laws, regulations, and exorbitant fees. Fees can make what should be a simple human right, like starting a business or putting a roof over your head, an extremely difficult, expensive, and heavily restricted process, basically ripping your freedoms away. Take, for example, this Vietnamese lady on her way to setting up a little street business to sell her homemade foods. We can pretty much assume that she doesn't have a business license, nor a vendor's permit, nor any liability insurance. We can also assume that she didn't pay out of the nose to prepare her food in any government-certified kitchen. If you tried to do what she's about to do in the US, you would definitely be stopped by the police. Your ability to support yourself and your family in such a practical way is absolutely 100% illegal in the United States. Your chances to rise up and make a good life for yourself through hard work and determination are severely limited. Why? Because your freedoms have been stripped away. Let me be clear. The ability to start and operate a business on a shoestring budget without any government added obstacles is only one example of what I'm talking about here. There are countless other examples of how people here overseas are definitely freer than Americans. In every case, it is because their rights haven't been stripped away from them by outlawing things that they want to do, or creating impossible expenses and hoops that the people must jump through just to do whatever it is they want to do. Just like this intersection shows, freedom, plain and simple, is not having anything or anyone stopping you. Nobody standing in your way. Everyone here is minding their own business, doing their own thing, including the government. The street vendors, just like the intersections, represent the human's ability to be autonomous, to be self-reliant. When nothing and no one is standing in their way, they can get out there, make their own way, and succeed on their own. Countries like the US can improve their countries simply by getting out of the way. To stop creating obstacles and give people clear paths to allow people to do for themselves. A government should nurture autonomy, not try to control and manipulate their citizens. The real winners out there, as far as countries go, are those which promote self-reliance. Real freedom and independence is letting people get on with their lives, whether it is crossing the street, running a business, or building a house. Basic human rights and freedoms are lost when governments hypervigilantly govern and create obstacles for their citizens. Let me be clear. I don't believe this problem back in my home country of the US or any other similar country is necessarily going to be solved, nor is talking about it going to ever change anything. I'm simply reporting to you what my personal experience has been and the realizations that have opened my eyes here overseas. There are definitely some countries where people are less free than Americans, but don't be fooled. Americans are far from being free. If this video makes you mad, let me know. I read all of the comments and I always respond to the nice ones. If you like this video, please hit the like button so you can inspire me to create more videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit that all notification bell. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.